from the screen today because I think you guys have got this down. Four-way test. Is it the truth?
Fair to all concerned. Will build goodwill and better friendships.
Listen to you guys. You're amazing. Thank you. How is everyone this morning? Well, we have one awesome person and one awake person. And a bunch of people waiting. So I want to hear how awesome you all are when we start Final Friday. So do we have guests today?
This is Jim from Maverick Rotary, and we're hosting it.
Yay! Back. Wow, here we go.
This is Carrie Smith. She's from the food bank, and she's going to do a talk for us today on Backpack for Kids.
All right.
Welcome. Technically, still, no?
Hi.
All right. Okay, quickly jumping into announcements. Does anybody have any announcements?
So we have the annual 5K fun run tomorrow. It's going to be in Blue Lake at Pillago Park. This year it's Halloween theme, and we encourage you to come in your costumes. We do a costume contest, and following the 5K, we'll be having a Dutch raffle and a barbecue. So yeah, please come out. You can buy tickets online or at the event.
Awesome. Thank you. Right, Howard.
I still have tickets for sale for $40 to the benefit for the Bayside Community Hall. It's on November 7th. It features a multi-course banquet meal, and music, and entertainment. So if you want to purchase any tickets, please see me after the meeting.
Perfect.
Thank you.
On the note of tickets, stepping right over here next to Rachel, she has a pile of tickets. So if you don't have your tickets, collect them from her, please, because that's Taste of the Holidays. And speaking of which, over the next week, I'm trying to go to every Rotary Club in our 50-mile-ish range. So if someone wants to go to a meeting, hit me up. I don't want to go alone. I love people to join me. And we'll sell lots of tickets. So would you like to say anything real quick about Taste?
We have a new flyer that we added on Toys for Tots, and it's on the sign-up duties, but here, Ray's going to be sending it out again so that you can print it out at work or just pass it on to any of your friends so that they can buy tickets also and they'll know about bringing a toy. We've only got about 3 weeks left until the event, and things are all coming together. And all of my committee members, can you just all stand, please?
Yeah.
Fantastic job, so thank you so much.
It's right there. I can taste the holidays already.
And just real quick, for Taste of the Holidays, I'm looking for 5 to 10 easels where I can put a poster board on it. So if you guys know of any, please let me know.
I got one.
Okay?
I thought we had some storage, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So the other thing that I do, besides being a social worker, is an instructor at Sunny's Academy of Taekwondo, and we're doing a free women's self-defense seminar. It's on November 10th. So let me know if you want the address.
Oh, I have the address.
You put it in your calendar, read that.
Just call the number.
Do we have any other announcements? No. Well, hey, it's Final Friday. As everyone knows, the 24th was World Polio Day, but we've extended it out to World Polio Week because we're overachievers. So, before we do anything else, I'm just going to shift this right over to Terry because it's the foundation. So,
Thank you, President Ray.
you're welcome. Wait, one little thing before I pass this to you. So remember when I asked everyone how they were doing today, and I got 2 responses?
Ready.
Let's get some energy for Terry. So how is everyone doing today? Yay! There we go.
Thank you. Okay, so at the foundation event on Sunday. How many were there? Who was there? Okay. We had a nice turnout, and we got big foundation prizes. So the first one, speaking of polio, is a certificate honoring RCAS Sunrise for our help. We were in the top 10 of our district who donated to polio plus last year.
How many, Carrie?
And it's out of 47, Scott. Thank you. And then the other really, really, really cool thing was, and this is the first for our club, we got a banner for every single person in the club donated something to the Rotary Foundation, and we had a per capita giving of $100. So this is really, this is big. And this is a big banner. And this is every Rotarian every year, and that is that everyone donated at least $25. And we had per capita giving of 100. So we did really, really, really well. We were in about the top 10 of the 47 clubs in the district. So that was exciting. And now, big things in here. This is fun. Okay. As is one of our traditions, the pins, we honor our youth exchange students with a Paul Harris Fellow. So if Finn could come forward, please. This signifies that we have donated $1,000 to the Rotary Foundation in your name. That's the certificate, and there's a pin. Oh my goodness, for you. And then, you know, as I say all the time, you don't have to stop with one. And several people took me up on that in the last little bit. Randy Mendoza.
Yeah, Randy.
So he has finished his third Paul Harris. Thank you very much. And Mr. Dick Johnson.
I'll sit here to make sure, you know, I don't want...
Dick has finished his fifth Paul Harris.
Did you get my good side?
Did I do this right?
You did that wonderfully.
Okay. And Lisa Impel. Has also completed her fifth Paul Harris.
A lot different.
Okay, so now we need to go into a little more of the stratosphere. And this has been kind of a process because there were some communication breakdowns, and anyway, we fixed it, and it's right, and it's a few months old, but we have a new major donor in the club, and that is someone who has achieved at least $10,000 in cumulative giving, and that is Ms. Joyce Heinrich. Yeah! And because we really are serious overachievers in the club, and even though this one is modest and had the pin sent to himself instead of to me to present it, I told him I was going to call him out, so Mr. Heller is now a major donor level 2. Okay, that was fun. All right, so one of the programs that used to be funded by the Rotary Foundation was a program called Group Study Exchange. If you know what Group Study Exchange was, raise your hand. Okay, so for those of you who don't, it was a Rotarian and then 4 non-Rotarians between the ages of 25 and 40 who would go to another district for a month, and it was a cultural and business exchange. And we've had them from Mexico, Brazil, India, Nigeria, Vietnam, and I believe your sister went out. Carrie, did your sister go to Japan?
Oh, yeah.
And so,
she just got married and had a baby over there.
there you go. So, and Carrie's sister went to Japan. Now, it's not a program that exists in that iteration anymore. It's kind of morphed to vocational training team. But our very own Andreas went out a while ago, and he's got a 10-minute program. He said it's packed with slides, but he's going to go fast. Andreas.
This isn't counting the first 10 minutes. All right, here we go. So, back in 2007, I was invited to go to the group study exchange program to southern Chile. And I went down there for a month, and I was living in Weaverville, so my club was 5160, and Southern Chile Club or district is 4350. And these are all the places I went in southern Chile. It was a very packed trip. And latitude, if Arcata latitude is right about here, so it's kind of similar climate and setting. All right. So, raise your hand if you know that promoting peace is one of the major missions of the Rotary Foundation. Okay, that's good. There's also other things that we like to do. But the peace, promoting peace, so that's where these exchange programs come from. That's why Finn and Jens are here, to promote cultural exchange and other things. And that's how we promote peace. And so the group study exchange, not here anymore, but there's several other exchange programs out there to take advantage of. All right, so this was my team. It's been a while, you guys have. Anyway, that's Pat Frost on the left there. He was the leader, and he's the one who invited me, and I pretty much knew nothing about Rotary Club before he asked me to go on this trip to Chile for a month, so I said, let's go. And then while we were there, there happened to be another group from Argentina that was basically had a very similar schedule to ours, so we kept bumping into them. And then the California club hosted our Chileans the summer before, or I mean that same summer. Okay, so partly it's a professional exchange, so we get down there and we got to tour. For each club member, they tried to pair us with other professionals that were doing similar things, so we got to kind of understand things, and I was doing a lot of water resources work. Also, I was restoring rivers for salmon, and so they took me out to a salmon farm, and they have this really high-tech mussel processing facility. They grow mussels, a lot of aquaculture out there. One of our members was a teacher, and so we got to visit lots of schools and see how they do things down there. The other part of this project, beyond that, was to actually facilitate Rotary to Rotary Club exchanges and look for international projects to do. And so everywhere we went, we got the tour of the place, and we got to meet the people, and we got to see all the projects, especially projects that they were trying to do. This one was a free dental clinic for kids in need, and you walk in there and it's like, it's really scary looking. Anyway, this is one of the projects out of all the ones that we toured that we paired with, and one of the dentists out of the California got when he was upgrading his office, and so we sent a full suite of brand new dental or slightly used dental equipment down, and so they completely renovated this with new equipment. One of the other projects down there, the Rotary Club, is actually funding ambulances and ambulance services, and I had to put this picture there. They heat everything down in Chile with wood. This is the wood pile to heat the hospital. All right. Other projects we saw senior centers. There was a computer lab that the Rotary Club put together. I didn't have a picture of it, but the other project that 5160 sponsored, the international project, was an Indigenous Women's Weaving Collective that we went to go tour, and that was really neat. So, all right, something about the clubs. Chile was predominantly men's clubs up until 5 or 10 years before we got there. So about half the clubs we went to were men's clubs, well, maybe less than half. There were men's, mixed, but there was also a women's club. This is the Women's Club of Temuco, all women, really cool. The Rotary clubhouses, they ranged from very modest to very fancy. Most of them had a bar. And they make really good wine in Chile. All right, it was packed. This is a typical schedule. We wake up at 6, out the door at 7, had stuff going on all day long, and then most of the clubs down there are evening clubs. They meet. You show up at 7 for happy hour, socializing. Dinner's at about 8:30. You do not mix club business and dinner. That just does not happen. Meeting starts at 9:30. After the meeting, you have the after party. And then you get home around midnight, and then you wake up at 6 and start over again. So, and the wine is really good.
That's the second time you
And
said
they're very
that.
tired. And I was doing that for a month. So, so at the Rotary meetings, there's the requisite, flag exchange, and we all had to get up and talk about ourselves. And if you'll notice, I'm reading off of a card because I had to do this in Spanish, and I was the only member of the team that didn't actually speak Spanish. So they were usually able to pair me with families that spoke English or German, so I got along. And there's also always technical difficulties. And lots of meeting of people and hobnobbing. But if you don't speak Spanish and they can't pair you with somebody, and you're sitting through a 3 or 4 hour long meeting, there's nobody to talk to. That's what that looks like. We also had time to have fun, and got to participate in some of the local culture. One of the big local cultures is barbecue. This is almost a lot of Rotarians had a barbecue pit like this built into their house. This is one of them, and we had lots of wine and lots of barbecue, and hands down, best meat I've ever had in Chile. All right, we were also treated like local celebrities. We actually were on TV here at one point. I quickly passed the mic since I don't speak Spanish. But not only were we on TV, we got to meet the mayors. We got to, we were the highlights of the town for the day or two that we were there. And the clubs just showed us, they all tried to show us a really good time. So we got to tour a lot of places. So they have port cities like we do. And just, this is kind of what some of their cities look like. We got to go on history tours. They have these amazing wooden churches all over. This is in far southern Chile. They've got, they have mountains. They have mountains everywhere in Chile. They've got lots of mountains, and ranching is big as well. So starting to remind you of home a little bit. They also have volcanoes, which we have a little bit further inland. And they have some really nice forests. These are the Alceres trees, which are cousins of the redwood. They get really big. And they actually have, these are native forests of monkey puzzle trees that were all around the base of one of the volcanoes that we visited. So it's pretty cool. They also have amazing rivers, and they have salmon. We don't have the glaciers. They do have that on top of it. And we don't have the penguins either, but they have penguins out there too. And the similar climate, foggy, cold. All right, but I mean, this is almost a picture you could get locally. I mean, it just really reminds you of here. And so I'm just going to put in a plug, like, totally different place, different culture, different people, but also a lot of similarities. If there's ever an interest in like a sister district, I'm putting in the plug. All right. One of the fundraisers that they had, that we went to, they called it a Toronto. It was a big seafood dinner feast, and it was amazing. So I wanted to show you pictures and see if it generates any ideas for us. So got all the mussels and the different shellfish, cleaned them all up. There was some baking, or some baked goods being prepped. Then this is the way they made it. They have a big pit in the ground. They line it with coals. There's the mussels on the ground after they got washed, and we stick them all in. Then you put the baked goods on top, and then you put some plastic over it, cover it with dirt, and let it cook. And then you have a big feast. And it was really, really good. And I'm almost done. It's not bad.
We're taking that time off.
Okay. So then you have a good time and you eat everything that was there, and like I still to this day don't know what that was, but there was a lot of these. I think they were barnacles. Anyway, there was stuff there I didn't know what it was.
Did you eat it?
I did. Yeah, it was good.
Was there wine?
Lots of wine. You can see it right there. Every picture of food, there's always a pint bottle and wine. Nope, this was out of order. That was the cleaning of the mussels. And then, yeah, so this is the southern tip of Chile, looking towards Antarctica, and that's it.
Thank you very much, Andreas. I appreciate that. So, there's something else I was going to say and I forgot what it was. But
How do you sign up for a GSE?
well, it doesn't exist anymore. But it's vocational training teams now. And I don't know, let's look on the website and find out, because they do have them. And as I said, it was a great program, and lots of people got to have the experience that Andreas did in many different countries, and many of the teams came here too. The Vietnamese came here in the first weekend in May in 2003, and it was cold. It was rainy and cold, and we had a trip out to see the oyster farms for them, and we were going to leave at 6 a.m. And Jacqueline Debitz was the GSU chair, and I was the district governor, and we made an executive decision the night before that we didn't really want to kill our 5 Vietnamese friends with cold, because they came from where it's usually 100, and it was 45 here. So, but they had a great time, and we had a good time with them. So now it's time for
The raffle. Because everybody needs more money to put into the auction. So, big winner. Whoever gets this number. It doesn't matter. $30. You could pick. It would have been so much fun for you to draw your own ticket.
577.
Me.
I was gonna ask you to pull the ticket.
Oh, well.
Much left here.
Yes, Joyce.
Isn't that draw on the table? Draw on the table.
$5 and dollar on the table.
Thank you. You're welcome, everyone.
I love dollar on the table. All right, one more. 481553.
Oh, no.
okay, are we good?
Yeah.
All right.
So the first auction item is from Lori Breyer. So there's all set for crab season. There's a crab centerpiece. Is this right, Lori? Am I saying this right? It's from you?
Yep.
2 bottles of 19 Crimes wine. Download the app and the bottles talk to you. Is that before or after you drink the
Download the
wine?
wine.
Download the wine in the bottle. And there are,
You hold your phone up to the bottle and the people on the label start talking to you, and the background of whatever's behind your wine shows up in the picture. It's just the coolest thing.
I'm not sure I want my wine talking to me. And there's also gluten-free pasta and marinara sauce, so we've got 2 parcels here.
All right. So I think we should start this at 75. Do I have 75? Got 75. Do I have 85? 85. Do I have 95?
95.
All right.
I'm not round to 100.
Okay. So I love it when couples bid against each other. It just like brings the family together. So now we have 100. Do we have 110? 110? We got 100 going once. Got 100 going twice. Sold. Chris wants his wine to talk to him.
Okay, this is from Karen. You want to tell us about this? Stand up, please. Karen Mercer.
Well, this is kind of a fall-themed package. There's Halloween, there's Thanksgiving, there's looking forward to the next year. But this interesting thing in here was the doll. And I've done a little research on it, and I cannot find this doll for sale anywhere except Amazon for $145. I don't know if it's worth $145, but that's the only one I can find.
Does it talk to you?
Depending on how much wine you drink. And there's a gift card for pie in there too. I would have baked one, but I don't bake, so.
So gift card, what's the gift card?
$25.
All right. How much?
25.
All right.
I think the doll is talking.
All right. So who wants to start this bid off? We'll start this off. I think this doll, what? She says she's not going anywhere for less than 75 bucks. Do I have 75? Anybody? We got 75 here. Do I have 85?
I heard her talking, buy me or I'm going to kill you.
Oh, wow. 85, anyone? Got 75 going once? 75 going twice, sold to Dick, 75.
Do these 2 things go together?
Yes.
And they're from,
This is from
Rachel?
Rachel, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so they go together.
Yeah.
All right.
Carry the pumpkin for you.
All right, so here is, oh, it says donated by Rachel, I can read.
Yeah.
So it's the fall pumpkin cocktail basket. A large pumpkin, apples, cloves, apple cider, maker's mark, bitters. Oh, that's the recipe for the bourbon rum plum punch. So it's got everything you need. And then,
Sorry, right, really bad.
that's okay.
And it's got 2 tickets to go see a movie at the Eureka Theater.
Yeah, so
I think it's
pumpkin
either
cocktail
or.
kit with all the ingredients to make your own pumpkin cake for fall gathering with bourbon, apple punch, maker's mark, bitter, cider, lemons, pumpkin, and a cake spout. So you just clean out the pumpkin and then you put the spout on the outside and create a little party punch. And then the cake house there.
Okay. So we're going to start this one at 100. Do I hear 100? Anybody? You don't want to have a pumpkin with a keg? A keg or
It's
a
a
pumpkin?
drunken.
A drunken pumpkin.
And my mom grew the pumpkin.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
That's, so do we have 100, anybody? Got 100 there. Do I have 125? I've been told I need to, like, go to 125. I don't know.
Fundraiser, folks.
It is a fundraiser.
Yeah, and Tom donated the theater tickets.
We need to take a time out for a minute because I think everyone was really excited when we started, and I feel kind of like you
I'm still awake.
She got up early for this, so everybody, come on, let's get excited to bid.
We all-
Yay! I was trying to get someone to raise their hand.
Actually, we all got up early for this.
That's true.
All right. Where are we at?
We're at 100.
We're at 100.
Looking for 125.
That's a,
Ah, see,
All right.
see it worked.
well, you know, I have a feeling that there's so much stuff here that some people are kind of waiting for some. They all have picks made. So 125. We got it sold to Lori for 125.
Okay. So the next one is a Christmas tin of cookies, Rebecca and Mary Crow's annual tradition. A large tin includes assorted cookies such as chocolate crinkles, Russian tea cakes, walnut sandwich cookies, pecan kisses, snickerdoodles, and more. Contact Rebecca with a week's notice before you want the cookies. And the cookies will be available starting after Thanksgiving. Okay. How many times do you want to sell this?
Well, it seems like we had a lot of auction items, and I didn't want to dilute anybody else's, so I was only going to sell 110 this
Okay.
year. If we got multiple bids, I could extend it to 2, but I didn't want to dilute it. I like homemade gifts. I don't like to buy anything, so it's just sort of from the heart. I do a lot of
And
baking.
she's a great baker.
It's a big tin, usually, you know, the biggest tin.
I love that it says serves 1 to 20. So it's kind of like,
I'm so delicious.
so if you eat this all yourself, it's okay because it's the right serving size. I mean, that's great. So we're gonna start this at $50. Come on, who wants a serving size? We've got 50 here. Do I see 75? We got 75. Do I have 100? Got 100 from Joyce. Do I have 125? 125. 110. 110. Okay, $100 going to Joyce.
Did somebody else say they wanted it for 100? Because I think she might do 2 of them.
She could.
And I mean, there were 2 people who bid 50 and 75.
I know. We'll get
Look,
there.
got it right there. Perfect. 2 for 100.
Who did that? Julie. Oh, she was a silent auction. She wasn't even in there. All right, way to go. All right, so Julie and Joyce.
Okay, Scott?
Oh, this is a French wine from 1989. It's Hermitage. I'll read to you from the thing. This guy the corks may be a little bit soft just because it is from 89 and it's not, again, wet the whole time. So right in. This knockout bouquet that makes your mouth water from the complex combo of fruit and savories. Nose is matched with full intensity flavors of baked plums, mashed blackberries, grilled meat, black olive, licorice, black pepper. You know wine people. High level of cannon, so probably good with a really good steak, good red meat wine. Good stuff. I have more because if you like it, I'll get you more. But it sold at auction recently between $200 and $300 a bottle.
Does it pair well with a Big Mac?
It does. It'll pair well with a glass.
That's the special sauce.
And those of you who have cookies, you know that.
Yeah.
So this is a real special bottle of wine. The good news is I don't think Scott's going to bid on it. So I feel like we need to start at least 100, and that's what I'm going to do. We're going to start at 100. We got 200, so 125. Don't look behind you, just bid. 125. Anybody 125? Got 125, Steve? Do I have 150?
Yes.
Is that it? I need that. 150. We got 150. Do I have 175? 175. We got 175. Do I have 200? Oh, it's such a nice, what? He's saying, Okay, 175. Do you guys want a bottle for 175?
Because we have more.
We have more.
How about we sell
Okay.
multiple bottles at 150?
Okay.
Okay, so who wants a bottle at 150?
We've got 100.
Get ready to bid for 200.
Yeah.
So 4 at 150.
Okay, we're gonna, so you're gonna pay 200 for yours, is what you're saying, right? Okay,
How
so
about
we've
this? Raise your
got,
hand if you want it for 150.
we've got one there, we've got
One.
one here. Anybody else?
Two.
150, we've got
Wait,
2 more
three.
bottles.
Three.
We got 4
Three.
bottles, one more.
One more.
Who was it? You got Tom?
And AJ, Siva, Tom, Randy,
Listen to the caveat in this too. You guys, if you get it open, it needs to breathe for at least a half hour, longer would be better. You need to decant it. If it's not good, I have 5 more bottles and I'll trade it into another one. We'll open them until it's good.
So drink the whole thing and then see
Yeah, how much needs to be left?
Yeah.
Okay,
Remember, you can pay cash, you can write a check to the Rotary Foundation and give it to me, or you can put it on your card. So, but take it. This is from Carol. Okay, so it's some of Carol's favorite treats. Dutch and Dewy limoncello, Humboldt dark chocolate, Orsan cheese and crackers with mango chutney, a haiku calendar, and inspired reading, and some image stickers, some stickers.
$50. Start at 50. Anybody, $50? Got 50, John? Do I have 75, anybody, 75? I've been told we have to go fast. It's not my fault there's so much stuff here, which is awesome. 75, 50. Going once? Going twice? Sold for 50.
You?
John, sorry about that. Okay, this is also from Rachel. It's a 3-meal plan, spaghetti, venison burgers, sausage with homemade spaghetti sauce and noodles, local red wine, salmon, locally caught salmon with American mustard and local tomatoes, halibut, locally caught halibut with local beer batter, and pepperwood sweet corn. I'm starting this at 100. Rachel, we got 100 here. 125. Do I have 125? This is a deal. This is 3 meals, 125. Do I have 150? 3 meals, 150. That's 150. Do I have 175? Anybody? 150 going once. Do I have 175 somewhere? All right. We're selling this, Brandon, for 150.
Okay, wait, so let's, is this an auction item? There's a bag of these?
Those are up for grabs.
These are up for grabs, okay.
For 20 bucks each, you can take one of those home.
You go.
All right, so this is from Bob.
That is a fall basket of the core stuff for your house, and in addition to that, there is the makings for one of my favorite cocktails, the pear teeny. So that has pear vodka in it, and it has lemon juice is the acid, so there are some lemons from our tree at home, which had a very good year.
And they're delicious.
And so a little splash of Di Serono to sweeten it up a little bit, and there's, like I said, a couple other good core things in there. So.
Can I trade for those?
There are pillows in there.
And we're going to start this also at $100. Do I have $100?
That's smart.
Or do you have $100? That's the question. Joyce, 125? 125? Got 125? Do I have 150? 150? 175? We've got 100. We need 175. Come on, this wants to go home with you. It's kind of heavy. There's something heavy in here too, besides the booze. I don't know what it is. So we've got 150. Last call. 150 sold to Joyce for $150. Wellness gas. Oh yeah, this is a great idea given how much booze we drink. This is a wellness basket. There's little rescue things. Anyway, this is going to make you feel better.
That's from Tammy.
From Tammy. So we're going to start this at 50. We got 50. See, Liz is a smart woman.
Talk a little bit more about this.
Okay, what we have in here, we have Golden Seal Echinacea, Vitamin D, Bull's Eye, Vibrant Health, Blueberry Blends. We got some Stress relief, can't have bath, mineral bath, can't have too much of that. And then there's this, something big in here.
Wait, there's no whiskey for the whiskey, honey, and lemon?
Lung, oh, this is to help you breathe. That's always a good idea, breathing. Okay, what's this? And I love the names of this. Umka, cold care. So it shortens the duration of your cold. That's what you got, $50.
Nice.
We already have 50. I'm looking for 75. 75, anybody?
You're taking it for 75 from me?
No, is she?
Yes.
She is. She nodded, but I wasn't, yeah, okay,
Or
we
did
got
you take it from her
75.
for 100 is the real question.
Well, she kind of was like,
Well, I wasn't, yeah, it wasn't clear to me. It wasn't clear to me. So 75, we need 100 to send this home with you. Okay, 75 going once and going 3 times. Lori. Okay, this is we've got spice cider from Trader Joe's with a bottle of rum. It's a Zacapa rum, and I'm going to start this at 50.
So do you warm it up?
Well, this Lori added. I just brought this, so I'm not sure. I would say I would warm it up, right?
Spice cider.
Spice cider. I would just, yeah, I would put them together, warm them up, drink them.
Serves 1 to 20.
Serves 1 to 20. That's right. John's got it. So, I need a $50 bid to start this off. This bottle is probably worth about $75. This is good. 50, we got 50 from Bob. Anybody else? 75? 75? We got 75. 75 going once. 75 going twice. We've got 75. Sold to Jeff. All right.
This.
I don't know who this is from.
oh, me. There's like a day and night kind of thing. There's hot chocolate in the front, mugs, and then in the back there's some Myers Pinot and wine glasses.
I like that it says refrain from unruly behavior with the wine behind it. Nice.
That's for the morning.
So-
The sign is for the morning.
So, do we have $50? We have 50, Joyce. Do we have 75? Looking for 70. We have 75 to Julie. Do we have 100? Oh, yes. That looks, yes, we have 100. Do we have a rivalry here? Do we have 125?
I'll do 125.
125. Do we have 150? We have 125 going once, going twice. Sold.
You have to carry this around for a week.
Okay, so we just raised $1,925.
Oh my God. I want to be over 2,000.
Okay, and plus 100.
So.
The other thing that I didn't mention about the foundation event and was right beforehand we had a foundation seminar for 3 hours and we learned about all sorts of different resources that we have, which I'll be sharing with you. And I think we're going to have a little contest about who can find things on the Rotary website, so we'll have that organized in the next couple of weeks. And the other thing was that there's a society called the Paul Harris Society, and it's somebody who has pledged to donate $1,000 every Rotary year to the Rotary Foundation. And Scott and I are already members of it, and as of Sunday, Maggie is too.
And I can take payments for the square if you want to pay for your raffle tickets
Yes.
or items.
Not if.
Yeah, when?
When, yes.
The cash works
Yes.
fine too.
So,
Do we add something to the Face of Holidays?
do we have,
Can we add something to the Face of Holidays, or you have an announcement?
we can, I was just going
Lisa, go
to.
ahead. Oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
What was I
I know
going
what
to
you're gonna
say?
say. You're saying,
Yeah, Lisa, come on up here.
What was I going to say?
Dan Johnson has
Oh,
arranged for
that's
us to
right.
have 2 shuttle buses from his, can't think of the name of the thing, the old folks home. And
Ridge.
Timber Ridge, thank you. We have 2 Timber Ridge van buses, those big buses.
We're gonna rotate.
And we're gonna, yeah, one back and forth, and we have the Little League field parking lot available. So we would like all Rotarians to park there and be shuttled back and forth. Please, we have a huge parking problem.
Yeah, because we have a parking problem every year, and last year I had some people that I sold tickets to, and they had to leave because they said they couldn't find a parking spot, so we want to
And
try
if you go to Health Square,
open as
see if you
possible.
can mention to them that they closed that day. That would really help.
So I would like to
Calling a
introduce
bomb for us.
Carrie Smith. She is with the Food for People. Food for People. And she's a native of Humboldt County, and she's been working at the food bank for 5 years. And she's here to talk to us about the Backpack for Kids program.
Busy day today at Rotary. So, works for me because I only have 5 minutes to talk. For those of you who don't know about Backpacks for Kids, it's kind of a misnomer because no backpacks are actually involved. What it is kind of acknowledging that some kids are only eating at school these days, not going home on the weekend and not having food to eat. It started back in Little Rock, Arkansas, where a school nurse was noticing that kids were coming back on Monday with stomach aches and feeling dizzy and not really wanting to be at school. And so they were kind of, that being acknowledged, decided to give them food to take home for the weekend. And that took off, the concept took off, and Food for People here in Eureka started their own Backpacks for Kids program in 2006. I think we started that first year with 100. We've been serving over 500 throughout Humboldt County, up to 36 schools last year. So it's steadily growing, and couldn't do it without volunteers. I'm only one person, and I do my best at coordinating and getting the food purchased at low prices. We try to find food that is child-friendly, non-perishable, easily consumed, and vitamin fortified, so the kids can bring home 2 breakfasts, 2 lunches, and 2 dinners for the 2 days over the weekend that they're at home, and then they come back to school on Monday ready to learn, which is a novel concept. So just so grateful for service clubs throughout the community who would not be able to do this. To give you an example, the Rotary in Fortuna packing up to 100 bags. In Eureka we have over 100 right now. Arcata right now is serving 36. We have 25 going to Arcata Elementary. 70% of the kids there at Arcata Elementary qualify for free and reduced lunches, meaning they are under the poverty level. 70% of Arcata Elementary students. Trillion Charter, 71% of the students attending qualify for free or reduced. And Pacific Union, 53. So kind of amazing numbers. And something that we don't think about when we go to work each day, that there are a lot of families struggling in Humboldt County. And they kind of fall under our radar when we're just going to work and going home and doing our thing. So it's just amazing to have service groups like yourselves to not only help fund this program that's only, we rely only on fundraising, donations, grant writing efforts. This is not a government-funded program, which is probably good because the Child Nutrition Act, all of it did not pass a couple years ago, and I actually had to switch around my job and have it now that I'm working with the seniors because we just don't have government funding to help the children of our nation. So this is a grassroots effort to help our kids thrive and succeed, and then eventually become part of Rotary clubs and help those in need as well. So I can't thank you enough for the time that is spent packing these bags, for the time spent raising money. Big shout out to Lisa
And John.
and John for picking up those bags in Eureka, bringing them to Arcata. Just such an incredible community service that we're doing that's going to have long-term benefits. So thank you for having me. I hope I got that 5 minutes to the record.
That segues perfectly into, we're going to head over there, and there's so many opportunities. Do we need someone to deliver today?
Actually, I got it.
Bob's got it.
Somebody else wants to go.
See,
Thank you, Bob.
yeah, fantastic. So, going to pack bags.
And Karen can help her. Yeah.
Perfect. But before we end the meeting, I almost forgot Rotarian of the Week, and might be a surprise to him, but it's Brandon, because you, just for the high bid, you spent the most money. We're not going to really talk about it. We won't talk about it. So, on that note,